Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Friday, October 4th, 2024. Where to begin? I'm going to start right here. I've mentioned how, and though we haven't tested it, I've mentioned how the 113.69 to 114.69 area can contain selling into later October, and above which 125.48 in reach within 3 to 5 days, or once tested, 125.48 in reach within 3 to 5 days. Over the next 2 to 3 weeks, 133.40, and as we continue into late October, early November, 144.72. All true above the 113.69 to 114.69 area. Now, what occurred on Thursday was gapping back above this channel structure that today is at 120.88. And so it can contain daily selling pressures, and above which 125.48 is likely, which can contain daily buying pressures. I wouldn't fall in love with a short position, though, at 125.48. I think on a day trade basis, sure. 3 to 5 days, I don't know. Given the gap back above the channel structure at 120.88, given the fact that we gapped above the high of the low that was put out on Wednesday, and the fact that we closed above all that, I do think this market wants to continue north. I think it wants to continue north anyway, above 113.69 to 114.69, but the market has yet to give us the opportunity to buy this important support threshold. And if we close today above 125.48, I do see the channel top at 130.44, our next 3 to 5 day target. So while I discourage you to sell 125.48 on a 3 to 5 day basis, I do encourage you to buy a settlement above 125.48. I would then anticipate the 133.40 and rising formation by the end of next week, where 3 to 5 day swing traders can take profits and play the short side. Now, if you've been long for some time, I mean, after all, if you didn't get shaken out of a long position that occurred about over a week ago, a week and a half ago, when we settled, I think it was this particular day here, when we closed above the 119.68 5/8 Fibonacci level, that was the August high against the September low. That in itself was a sign of strength. You may still be long the market because I mentioned that even closing below this channel structure, if you recall, didn't necessarily mean you should be shaken out of a long position. If you could withstand downward retracement to 113.69 to 114.69, if that didn't violate your risk management rules, that could be a way to play the overall 2 to 3 week swing trade. If you weren't shaken out of that long position, and you've been long for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and we happen to test 133.40 by the end of next week, which is signaled above 125.48 as a 3 to 5 day target, you can sell 133.40, unload some of that long position, take some profits here, because we can fall away to what would then be channel support that is presently in the 110s and climbing. Now, of course, if we were to close above 133.40, that sets up another 1 to 2 week buy signal, secondary show of strength to 144.72, and this formation goes back a couple of months, and it can contain buying on a monthly basis. We can fall away from here. Of course, there would be a significant buy signal through the rest of the year if we were to close above 144.72, but there's no sense in going there right now. Let's get back to this image here, and that is to say that if we open today below 120.88, and that is possible, then we can, today, Friday, test 113.69 to 114.69. In fact, I think if we open below 120.88, that is a short play right out of the gates. And I do think you should allow for an intraday test of 113.69 to 114.69, where we could bottom out through next week, round up once again into the low 130s, 133.40 within 2 to 3 weeks of testing that 113.69 to 114.69 area. Now, I don't see it today, but if we did close below 113.69, or between, say, now and the end of next week, close below 113.69, we then have what I'm going to call a 2 to 3 week sell signal down to 97.68 that is preceded by the 99.58 trend line. But it really is the channel bottom that I would expect. Closing below 113.69, 2 to 3 week swing traders go short, stay short, into the upper 90s where profits can be taken and long entry made as we move into November trade. We could come off of this, round back up within 3 to 5 weeks into the 120s again. But that scenario hasn't unfolded. I do not expect the upper 90s unless we close below 113.69. Until then, this market remains constructive. Now, it's in a kind of a congestive framework, as you can see right now, but I see that ending into next week if we close today above 125.48. There is a simple channel top here at 128.81. This was worth showing. I almost forgot about this, that if we get a nice rally today and we push through 125.48, we can test 128.81 on an intraday basis. But as I said also earlier, closing above 125.48 does signal 133.40 within 3 to 5 days. So 3 to 5 day swing traders play the long side with a settlement above 125.48. Until then, I'm just going to say the 3 to 5 day swing trader bottom picks 113.69, buying weakness in this mid 110s, 113.69 to 114.69, or you're buying strength with a settlement above 125.48, then expecting 133.40 within 3 to 5 days. You know, I think that pretty much rounds it out. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but we did put out a stock pick today, Thursday, in AMD. Earlier in the week, Occidental Petroleum. You should check both of them out. You can for free by signing up for wickedstocks.com. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. And with that, you'll get not only those stock picks, but you'll get daily Triple Q and daily SPY analysis, weekly Apple stock analysis, weekly S&P 500, NASDAQ 100 index analysis. Check it all out for free. I'm going to be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's NVIDIA report. You have a fabulous weekend.